What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon Kindle and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled America Gentrifies Culture. See, people think about gentrification and they think about real estate. You know, people move into town, buy up the land, price you out, move you out. But what quote unquote America does is they gentrify your culture. Now, people never think about it, but everything that this country is built on is a stolen piece of somebody else's culture that now all of a sudden is American. You know, let's start with not capitalism, Christianity. That's an African religion. You know, spawned from Judaism, right? You know, Hebrews, Jewish people. Their birthplace is Ethiopia. So, the religious culture of this country does not come from Europe, and it doesn't come from, and it's not native to America. It comes from Africa. But if you look around, Jesus looked like he playing a rock band, which is also gentrified culture because rock and roll was invented by black folks, and there's an influx of white people that like the music and play the music. And guess what? Now people think it's just it's gentrified. It's white. If you play rock music, you're acting white. You know, gentrified culture. The other thing about this country, the democracy of America. And if I'm not mistaken, that's gentrified culture because part of either the Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights, is really a plagiarized version of a Native American treaty that they had with all their tribes. You know, so the way the United States is set up, if I'm not mistaken, is basically they took Native American culture of working as separate but a cohesive unit in their code of conduct, and then they put it to the way this country is set up, to the Bill of Rights and I don't think the Constitution, but in that way. So in my opinion, you know, political system is set up the gentrified offshoot of that. But people take credit for it. You know, there have been plenty of people who came to this country, plenty of different groups. If you notice, pretty much all of them don't know how to speak their native language. My people is a little bit different because, you know, slavery, but leave us out of the equation. You know, I haven't seen a Native American and I don't know how long, so I don't know if they still speak their native language to each other on a regular basis, but is it the way America works? I doubt it. To be perfectly honest, I doubt it. But I could be wrong. You know, I don't know everything. But you meet Italians who can't speak Italian. You meet Russians who can't speak Russian. You meet Asians who can't speak, you know, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, you know, so on and so forth. You meet Hispanics who can't speak Spanish. But why am I saying this? But everything that's considered American comes from their culture, right? From everybody else's culture. And nobody thinks about this. You see, when you look up American food, and now food has this fusion thing going where it's all American in a sense, right? Nobody thinks about it. Nobody really talks about it. Because as a black person, everything that America used to call black food, slave food, or their affectionate term when we would eat nigger food. Oh, it's a KFC everywhere. There's mashed potatoes and potato salad everywhere now. There's green beans everywhere now. You get what I'm saying? Everywhere. It's barbecue everywhere. But all of a sudden, it's not a bad thing. It's all fried chicken and barbecue everywhere. Yeah, sure is, ain't it? Kind of interesting. You know, it's gonna be tacos everywhere. There ain't gonna be Mexican food no more. That's American. You know, Chinese food ain't really Chinese food. It's American version of Chinese food. So it's not really, you know, you just call it Chinese. You know, Italian food is considered American because we gentrified the culture. You know, that's what we do. That's what this country does. It takes your culture. You know, you might have a certain, your culture might have a certain fashion and a certain way they dress. At some point, they're going to take the way you dress and commoditize it. And make it American. This is American. This isn't African. This isn't Brazilian. Why would you think this is Asian? This is American. Because they're gonna gentrify your culture. You know, that's what happens. Same thing with music. Everybody's, you know, I don't have to speak about black music because every form of American music is black music. It's gentrified culture. You know, when the process goes the same way every time. When you do it, it's bad. When, quote unquote, the dominant culture does it, it's acceptable. They'll watch you do it, demonize you for doing it, study you while you're doing it, try to imitate you, and then feel like, oh, we got this now, we can take over. And then run it into the ground. A bastardized version of your culture that they're not going to claim as your culture. It's just an American culture. You know, that's why you see people doing things and saying things that don't make sense. I remember last time I was in New Orleans, I was getting some po' boy or whatever, and I was talking to somebody, and they were younger than me, and they were like, "Yeah, yakimi, that's a New Orleans thing." It's like, that's not, yakimi is not a New Orleans thing. Yakimi is Vietnamese. No, it's like, that's what happened in New Orleans was basically black folks are the cooking culture of New Orleans and this music culture of New Orleans. You sprinkle in some Italians, some French folks, and some Asians. You know, predominantly I would say Vietnamese. And what happened, you know, people started intermingling. And so now, po' boy is just as much part of a culture. Fried chicken is part of a culture. Because if y'all really don't know, Popeye's fried chicken, that's New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So fried chicken, the fried seafood, yakimi, the French pastries. What am I missing? I'm missing something. The Italian food. It's all mixed in. It's all mixed into one little pot. But so much so that when the generations pass, people don't realize who created what. It's everybody, and that's the problem. It's just gentrified culture. Where if everybody is in this together, it came from out of nowhere. Who's always gonna get credit for it? Normally white folks, you know. But or you're not gonna credit the right people for what's going on. Because if y'all don't know what yakimi is, it's a beef soup, it's beef noodle soup. You know, like not filet mignon, but like lo mein, like something like that, lo mein noodles or whatever. So that's the thing. America gentrifies your culture, and what happens is when you think you're becoming an American and you're quote unquote assimilating, to a degree, what you're doing is you're a gatekeeper to your culture that's about to get stolen. And then they gonna bum rush your culture when you open the door, and they gonna act like, hey, this my shit. This is everybody's. But only certain people gonna be able to make money off of it. You know. So, and people think about it in the sense of real estate, but I think about it in the sense of culture, because the land is you can never you're not getting more land, but so you can commoditize culture because it's always moving from this place to that place to this place to that place. So it can always bring a new energy and newfound fanfare, which is newfound money. So that's why I say what I'm saying. So y'all take care. Peace.